We'll do probably all of our biggest guys. You will. And we're gonna dial in for a little bit before our first shoot with Maddie. We can fly you guys to San Antonio at some point in February, or in the first weekend there. All right, guys, welcome back to Adam and I's series of scaling a brand new agency from $0 to $1 million in 2025. And today we have two more client shoots. So in yesterday's episode, you guys saw a shoot. Maddie sells, she does sales. You guys saw a shoot for our client Wills. And today we're doing another shoot for Maddie, and we're also shooting for our client Jake. So that being said, I'm about to head over to a coffee shop where Adam is working at. We're gonna go over what we're shooting today. What you guys can expect in this video is a little bit similar to yesterday's, where we set up the equipment, we run over the material that we're gonna be filming and why. It's super important that you guys have an in-depth process for your pre-planning, your ideation, your scripting. It makes the process of actually sitting down with the client and shooting the video much easier, especially since it's gonna vary between client and client, just because the way that every client is going to be able to sit down and shoot YouTube videos or shoot content in general is generally going to be different, just because people are different, right? People have different ways of speaking. People need a little bit more coaching on speaking and how to deliver what we're trying to deliver in the video. So you're going to see us run through some of that with Jake today. He's been more of, I would say, test subject of getting that nailed down. So you're going to see us help him break it down and just get him into the flow of filming for YouTube. So right now I'm about to pack my stuff. I'm gonna meet Adam over at the coffee shop, and we're gonna dial in for a little bit before our first shoot with Maddie. All right, let's see what this thing has. Bro, if you ever have a chance to get your hands on a nicer car, it does something to your mentality when you're driving to wherever you are going to work, whenever you're going to church, whenever you're going to see family, whenever you're going to see friends. There's just some kind of mindset shift that happens where it's like, damn, like now I'm required to work as hard to be able to afford this car. And also, how am I going to get to the next one? Just a little piece of advice as we pull up to the coffee shop. I think we're gonna invite Jake to come down here and work. He was bringing up some interesting points about a 12-month plan, something about Brock, maybe possibly doing Brock content. Brock is another one of their colleagues that does door-to-door. I think he did 1.3 million in sales, I forgot, but we'll see if we can get him to come down here and discuss further with him. I swear this kid just stalks me, bro. I just got to the coffee shop and he's already here. Bro, how'd you know I was gonna be here? You be stalking me?
No.
Bro, be stalking me.
Adam said, yo, pull up. And I walked all the way over here, bro. I didn't know it was this far.
Where'd you walk from, Optima?
Yeah.
Bro, I should've just drove you.
Recruiting, right? Quarter one, I think I've told you this. Phase two being like getting the market. Quarter two, right? You can win phase one and win phase two, but it doesn't mean you win the ball game. Phase three being execution, so essentially like the selling season, the regular season. But that's the entire second half. You can lose in phase three. You can lose the whole game in phase three if you don't execute there. But in order to give yourself opportunity and runway to achieve like a bigger win in phase three, you have to execute phase one and two right and well. So where my headspace is right now, dude, we're just bumblefucking phase one right now and going into phase two, which is fine because that's how it's always been done. It's all just been more or less, for lack of a better term, bumblefucked. Starting as we transition out of phase three toward the end of this year and transition into phase one, we need to transition into phase one with structure, with direction, with program, with intent. And so that means through this phase of phase one right now, we have to build that structure in.
Right.
So come this phase again, even if we just go 100 miles an hour this year, great. Like, we'll take it. Simply based off the volume we bring in regards to bodies, we'll grow.
Yeah.
But that means we have no question but to go 200 miles an hour next year. That's the plan. It's a matter of like getting people to understand that. Whereas like everyone's focused, because at the top it's recruit, build. There's this like understanding amongst the entire organization that like we need to like really put time and effort into managers and leaders and training them and building them up and like sourcing new ones. But all we're doing is just getting more bodies. Yes, we'll find guys out of that, but also we need to build ones organic. That's the best way. Like, good to great, right? Like having the right guy on the right seat of the bus.
Right.
Leaders that are sourced organically to an entity outperform, like that business outperforms exponentially.
Yeah.
So it's like you take all that little knowledge and it's like, dude, I don't have time to explain to you where I'm getting my fucking ideas. They're not ideas, they're my thoughts. Mm-hmm. It's like I can war game it, we can talk it through, we can talk it out, we can whiteboard it, we can da-da-da-da-da. Like that's probably the easiest way to explain it to anybody, but it's like, if you're not in my space, right, you're just not going to know. So when I say something has to happen, I'm going to say it with conviction because I've already vetted it. Mm-hmm. I've already consulted. It's not an idea. Yeah. I've gotten the feedback necessary to execute, like the way it needs to be executed.
The way that I see it is with all of that, not only is there an opportunity for organic leaders to come in, but I think the opportunity is exponential for organic leaders to come in by representing the leaders who are currently in place through the digital world the correct way. Because when that's done the correct way,
well,
you guys not only stand out in an industry where you have competitors who really are competitors, Active, whoever, but there's this road that you're talking about to go 150, 200 miles per hour has not been paved by anyone yet.
We have to pave it.
Right. This is our client Maddie. She lives here. She has sales. She has like remote sales. You got to do a video for her real quick, but it won't take long, and then we'll do you after. You like the sound of that?
You're the sales guy.
I'm a sales guy. I am one of those.
Crazy client collab going on.
Client?
Like,
You know how I can tell
for the series, but he always forgets, man.
No, buddy just forgets SD card every time.
It's actually been the batteries the last couple times. So good thing I actually live upstairs. And look at this one. Pulled this one out of my ass.
We'll do probably all of our biggest things. You will. You'll do Zexy or you'll do Drew Hansen. You're gonna do Brock. For us, we're all competing, but like we're all competing towards the same goal. Right now, it's fast track to gobble up as much of the pie as possible. And so
That's you and Will's taking action.
yeah, that's us taking action.
That's fire. That's why we gave you guys the fire deal.
Yeah, but I don't wanna gatekeep you guys and like your guys' ability to like go promote like others in this space with us. But I think the thing that I prefer is I would trade exclusivity with the Grit for you guys working with other guys at the Grit over you guys working with other guys at other companies, specifically like Pasta specifically.
Yeah.
But we're all like, dude, you're gonna start getting hit up by, like I'm having a ton of eco guys like my shit, and so yeah, a ton.
Fucking W, bro.
A ton of eco guys, and so now we can start. Now as I start to process this in sales and talking about like, hey, we do, they don't, right? So when we go sell a service, that's where we can start making some stuff where it's like we start talking about what we do, who we are, the intricacies of it, and start even targeting like the veterans in that space, right? Because the way they were branded to and marketed to previously, it was cool shit. Well, everyone can make a cool video. Like talk to me face to face and then show me, right? Like the proof's in the pudding. But I would say if we get to that point, I'm preempting a lot of things, which I prefer, but if we get to that point where that's like a conversation, it's like, okay, we will go directly to corporate, or we'll go to those guys and we'll say like, hey, what do you guys need for exclusivity to make sense with us at Grit?
Well, the thing is that like those Eco Shield people seeing your shit, all those other companies are gonna start replicating what we're doing for you and Will's. They're gonna try. It's not. They're going to, but it's gonna be a shitter version of that, because I mean, especially for the cost to replicate this, like there's not a lot of fucking people like me and Ben, bro. A lot of teams that are like dialed. There's really not a lot.
No, there's nobody.
So they're gonna try to start replicating that, and it's like you gotta explain like to the C-suite team, and like this is what we're trying to get at with like Brock and Tyson and Brannick. It's that this is because you guys decided to take action. This is where your space is headed anyway, and you have to make it make sense for your guys now, because no matter what, other people are going to start trying to replicate it, and it's how much further ahead do you guys want to get before they start?
This is not where your space is headed. This is where the space. Yeah.
The space, yes.
So what I would say, it's inevitable by definitely the end of the year that like you guys will be working with a whole lot more guys at the Grit. A guy like Zach Seeger Like, dude, he's the guy. He's the GOAT. Like, he's gonna go do $2 million this year. I'm not against that being documented. I'm not against that, like, having that thing, right? But it's...
You guys just want your team first before it gets to the wider audience.
Zach and Mike, dude, I mean, we're all good friends. Like, we love each other. Zach and Mike are $10 million ahead of Rock and Rolls right now. And they're recruiting at a higher velocity.
Yeah.
Where I'm not concerned is they're not building leaders like we are. So, like, I'm not worried about that. I want to make sure that, like...
Do they just have volume?
They have a lot of volume. I think it'd be sick to get Zach doing $2 million documented.
Right, of course.
That would fuck the entire industry.
Yeah.
Well, they're still part of the grit, and you still want to see everyone win. It's just right
it's
now.
It's a matter of timing, like what makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, shit, bro. Shit's gonna cross 30K, bro, by the end of like this week. That one reel. That's crazy. That's why we need to get ManyChat set up. I'm gonna get that shit set up immediately.
No, we should set up a DM automation where he has something in his bio says DM me something. We can automate him sending a voice message to people.
Yep.
Just to get them hooked, and then that's already like firing off leads for him that he doesn't need to.
Well, we can do both. We can do comment and then it sends.
So imagine
and
this.
then also the bio.
So imagine this.
Text me code.
So let's take the funnel out of the conversation for a second. Let's say if we put in certain automations within just your Instagram, where you wake up and there's already conversations happening.
I have to be starting February 10th. I don't think I'll be on Instagram the rest of the year.
That's why we're gonna set up the automations.
And the reason that
I'd rather just have the automation set up and just
because the YouTube's going to the funnel.
We should just create
Instagram goes to automations.
We should just create ManyChat automations that just push to the funnel and then that's taking them to his
Exactly.
calendar. Yeah, he doesn't need Instagram. He just needs Calendly. That's all he needs.
No, he just needs ManyChat.
No, I'm saying for him actually doing something, the only thing he actually needs to do
Calendly.
is getting on the call.
All you have to do is get on the call. We handle everything else because you're not going to be.
And that's what our
DM
first discussion
anyone.
was about, right? Like
that's everything. Yeah.
As far as the DMing, like, I mean, it's automated. Like, what are the touch points?
That's where we optimize with you. So the touch points it's basically going to be response based from their end.
Yep.
So you're basically going to be giving them prompts.
It's like prompting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably still send fucking 30 DMs a day, or I'll have 30 comments asking for a free product of mine, and then boom, it's like, hey, I saw you're interested in it. Like for me specifically,
and
it's like, hey,
it would be a message to any new followers or any like people that liked my shit that don't follow me. Because like on those reels, like I have a ton of dudes that like would be candidates that like it but don't action anything. You know
that's because we don't have a CTA like that. That's like why we CTA'd that, and we can put CTAs in it. We're correcting
They're not following, so it's. I'll probably go through it.
And that's also why we're gonna put it in the bio, so then they look at your page and they're like, oh shit, DM me sales to book a call with me, whatever it is, and then it's just a bunch of prompts, and then that basically is just going to take them. If they're coming from Instagram, we might not even take them to the funnel because they're already interested. We'll just take them to the type form that goes right to the Calendly. And if that's probably the easiest way because it's less touch points, they don't need to watch the fucking VSL and then go through it. They just go right from there to the type form and then book a call. We'll probably do that.
Yeah, but everything's still in place for long form too. If you still have people watching.
Yeah, it's two different systems.
Yeah, and then automating the Calendly so they get like a hey if you need to reschedule.
I already did. You want to show them?
Yeah, so come here.
And does that only go for the ones that come through the type form? Or is that for everyone on the Calendly?
That's what I am. That's what I texted you. So, yep.
If we can set it up for it, does it for everybody? That'd be dope.
That's
what you did.
I did it.
Cool. That's huge. Dude, I am in the headspace right now where starting February 10th, I'm just like I'm full on expecting to not stop selling till at least March 15th. That's how I'm framing it in my mind. Although
February 10th?
Yeah, I'm
oh yeah, you're doing the blitz.
I'm the block, but I'm planning on only being there a week. If I need to be there later or longer, I will.
You're gonna go set the tone.
I'm conditioning my mind to just accept the fact that I'm gonna be there the whole time, so that if I only need to be there for 7 days, I'm like I just won back a lot of time. If I do have to be there that whole time, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I have to condition my mind right now to be ready to go sell full time starting February 10th. I'll have like 2 weeks between March 15th and April 1st if I need to. But in order to do that, like I literally have to like wreck myself right now. Like I have to like, dude, I go to the gym, like went to body every day, and like, dude, I haven't really worked out, and I'm just like eating it to the face right now, like actual functional fitness. and then like I've got to get my head right, and then I have to literally like I go dark. I don't talk to anybody. My dad's dog is dying right now. like I don't know anything that's going on in my life. My mom doesn't reach out to me. My dad doesn't reach out to me. My family doesn't reach out to me. That's right now.
Dialed.
If that's right now, they're not going to hear me for days, weeks, months. Right?
That's what it takes.
That's where I have to be.
All right, come here. Okay, so I set up an entirely new event type in your Calendly. It's called Intro Assessment Call, and I texted the link to you.
Can we change the 30-minute meeting? Yeah,
that's the one that you have set up. That's the one that you've been doing since forever. So you can do whatever you want with this, but just do not fucking touch this. Okay. Do not touch anything with that. No. And I have that connected to the Typeform better. So when they go through the YouTube, VSL, they click this, takes them to the Typeform. You get all this information, and then at the very end, they are going to go and book a call, okay? So once they book that call, they will immediately get this message. I did it to myself, so you have 2 calls on your calendar right now from me. Cool. They're going to get obviously this is basic, this message, okay? And I did it with Google Meet, okay? They're going to get that message, and then they're also putting their phone number in here. So 24 hours before the meeting starts, they're going to get another email, okay? It's not going to look exactly like this. It's just going to say, hey, reminder, you with him, here's the link, all that shit. And then 6 hours before to this phone number, they're going to get a text saying,
the mobile base is key.
Because
pretty much everyone's on mobile.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're going to get that. And then this is what the old Google Sheet looked like. It was kind of fucked up. Yeah, I moved all the data, and I sent you a new one and pinned it, and then I unpinned the other one, deleted that one in our text group chat. This is the new one. It's cleaner. And then when people start booking, there will also be the Calendly link in here to view. But this is everyone right now.
Chill.
So we're chilling. And I'll do this with Wills once he gets back.
Okay. And then
so you were good.
We're gonna need to do. We can fly you guys to San Antonio at some point in February, or not first week I'm there if you're interested. Wills will be there too.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to talk about the alignment of that with the deliverables that we have for you guys right now.
Okay.
Because if it makes sense for YouTube, then absolutely.
Let's start building out if we can.
And plus, one of our best editors is in San Antonio.
We'll be going.
All right, guys, that's going to conclude this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you click the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are pretty much on the last 7 videos for this 30-day series, season 1. We're basically doing 4 seasons this entire year, 1 every 3 months of 30 videos in a row. That's the goal. We're making great progress, and you guys heard it tonight when Jake was talking to Ab and I at my kitchen counter. I mean, by end of year, we could have 5 to 10 of the great guys, just all in-house exclusive contracts to our agency, doing content across the board for all of them. Long form and short form, building everyone's personal brands, all honing in on the one thing, which is great marketing, their door-to-door sales company. That being said, I mean, I don't know what that looks like, but we could potentially reach $1 million for our agency just with them. Who knows what's going to happen, but that's the reason why we're documenting it, so that come December 31st, 2025, and as we move into 2026, we can look back at all of this and just see how everything unfolded for Adam and I in our series and our agency. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, that's basically all I got. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode.